Hey, what's up, people? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Desmond Z. If this is the first time that you've ever seen me, I am doing a book haul today. That's what I'm doing. I'm a cut straight to the point. I'm doing a book haul today. I recently purchased some books, so I am here to talk to you about them. What I can say is that I have been getting to the books that I purchase much quicker. I don't just buy them and they sit on the shelf. Well, some of them do. I'm not gonna lie to you. Y'all know I'm a mood reader, and when I see it in the store, I'm like, oh, this sounds interesting. That don't mean I'm in the mood for it right now, but I know at some point I will be. But most of them I have been getting to much sooner than normal. So yeah, a small disclaimer to let you know that I'm not just buying them, I am reading them as well, okay? So back up off of me. Yeah, so let's just get into the video. The first one is Swift River by S.E. Chambers. This book is about a young girl, a young lady. It's the summer of 1987, and we're in a small town called Swift River, and Diamond Newberry is learning how to drive. Ever since her pop disappeared 7 years ago, she and her mother hitchhike everywhere they hitchhike, girl. They hitchhike everywhere they go. But that's not the only reason Diamond stands out. She's teased relentlessly about her weight, and since Pop has been gone, she's the only black person in her town. So I'm assuming, obviously, her mother must be of a different race, probably white. Y'all know they love, y'all know they love a good black, white, interracial. That's one thing about when it comes to books, movies, media in general. When they think interracial, the first thing is always, oh, it's gotta be a black person or another person of color, and then it's a white person. It's never a black person with an Asian person, or an Asian person with a Mexican person, or it's never that. It's always white and another race. It's like they can't imagine interracial without a white partner in it. That's mostly especially when it comes to like romance or whatever. But yeah, I don't know why I went on that small little rant, but I'm assuming her mother is probably white. And she's the only black person in this town, and this summer her mother is determined to declare Pop dead because, it's been 7 years, she just wants closure. And that's what I'm assuming because I haven't read the book. But when Diamond receives a letter from a relative she's never met, key elements of Pop's life are uncovered, and she gets to meet 2 generations of black women that she's never met, and then her life has changed forever. This sounds really interesting to me. Swift River. I love a good multi-generational family drama, and this is definitely what this sounds like. I'm for it. And Rewa Jenna, her picks are typically pretty good. Like, she chose Black Cake, so she'll forever, her book club will forever, have good standing with me. Forever, my lady. And I'm holding you close. Okay, anyway, yeah, Swift River. Colton Gentry's third act by Jeff Zentner by Jeff Zentner. Yeah, can you see the novel? Can you see the book? I look a little dark up in here. Hold on. Is that better? Did it make a difference? I don't think it did. Well, anyway, okay. What is this book? Colton Gentry's third act, okay? This book is about a man he's had his first big country hit in years. And in years, why did I say it like that? In nearly a decade. Okay, yeah, he's riding high. He's had his first big hit in nearly a decade. And, he's opening for like an even bigger act. He's dating one of the hottest music stars in the world. And then, one of his best friends is killed in a mass shooting at a concert or whatever, okay? Ooh, got real dark real quick, And after that, he's going through the motions, and at one of his shows, he speaks his piece about gun control in America. And we know how that will go. You already know the result. He's talking to country music fans about gun control in America. Girl. So, after that, everything just derails for him. And so, he has to go back home to his hometown in Kentucky, and he starts fresh. And there, he starts a new life. He starts working as I believe it's a cook. He's resigned to Hasbendham, and until a chance encounter at his town's new farm-to-table restaurant gives him a second shot at life. a job working in the kitchen with Luann, his first love, who has undergone a reinvention of her own, is told through perspectives alternating between his senior year of high school, the grind and the come up, the hustle and bustle era of him in the music industry, trying to get a break with his friend Dwayne, and then of course the present time. This sounds really interesting to me. Y'all know I love books about anybody starting fresh, starting over, especially at a point in your life where people may feel like, oh, you just have to stick with the status quo, and whatever you've been doing for years, you just got to go with it. No, baby, as long as you living and breathing, you can start over at any time, and that's one of my favorite things about books. Multi-generational family drama, books about people starting over. Can you see the cover? It's called The Rib King. Let me hold it up just a little bit longer so the people can see, cause I know y'all like to say I don't hold it up long enough. There you go, can you see the Rib King? Yeah. This book is about we have this man named August Sitwell who has worked for the Barclays for 15 years, a well-to-do white family in a Midwestern city who plucked him from an orphan asylum and offered him a job, okay? Now, the Barclays are no longer, they don't got money like they used to. They no longer hold a position in society that they used to. They're a little down on their luck, okay? So, they take August's image, put it on the bottle of this barbecue sauce that one of their maids, like she had this, little recipe or whatever. They put his image on the bottle, sell her stuff after they get a business proposal to make money. But August is like, you know what? I'm not going for this. I don't want to be sitting around here looking like Aunt Jemima. Y'all selling my image. This, that, and the third. August goes off the rails. He goes batshit crazy. I thought he was just trying to, get his name, his image back or whatever. I'm gonna have to read a little further. And we're gonna see what's going on. What's happening? Yeah, I thought August was just like him and Miss Mamie. What's this woman name, child? I keep calling this woman Miss Mamie. Trying to get their portion. Because it's got her recipe and his image. So I thought they was fighting against Mr. Barclay to get their share of the pie. But it looked like August might go off the rails. I mean, and sometimes, rightfully so. Sometimes you gotta act. Some people don't hear you till you get a little crazy. People don't hear you till you start fucking shit up sometimes. Sometimes you can play nice, you can go the peaceful route, and then people, they just keep ignoring you. And then when you start shaking the motherfucking table, all of a sudden they hear you. And then you the bad guy. Help wanted. Let me hold it up. I gotta train myself to hold up the novel. This is Help Wanted. Tell me, can you see the cover? Help Wanted. This is about a bunch of people working in a big box store, right? And there's a promotion coming up. They've been clocking in, clocking out, making minimum wage. They ain't getting nowhere. They ain't got no good benefits, nothing. We know the deal. If you work in 2024, no matter if it's in retail, if it's in corporate America, no matter what you're doing, motherfuckers is not trying to pay you. They want to skimp out on the benefits. They want to throw a pizza party instead of giving you a raise. Like, you know. So you have a bunch of people working at a big box store. Their lives follow a familiar, grueling routine, but the problem is that this store, Town Square, doesn't schedule them for enough hours. Most of them are barely getting by, even while working second or third jobs. When store manager Big Will announces he is leaving, the members of Movement spot an opportunity. If they play their cards right, they can get, his position, whatever. So now you got all these people gunning for this one position. And of course, I'm sure, there's going to be a bunch of bullshit that happens. The team members of Movement, including the comedy-obsessed oddball who acts half his age, a young woman clinging onto her cool kid status from high school. Every job you go to, no matter if you just starting out in the workforce, whether you've been working for 10, 15, 20 years, it's always that one person. I thought that was somebody. It's always one person who you just know they peaked in high school. And they will not get over it. They won't. Girl, them 4 years are done. They're done. You gotta let it go. You gotta let it go. So we got a young woman clinging on to her cool kid status from high school and a college football hopeful trying to find a new path. They band together to set a just so crazy it might work plot in motion. Yeah. So that's what this is about. Yeah, a bunch of people working a shitty minimum wage job where the boss is about to leave, so everybody's gunning for this position. I'm excited to read this because I think we all know, most of us know what it's like to work a job that you absolutely hate, whether you still work that job, whether you previously worked at a job you hate. We've all been there at some point. Honey, this book is, can you see the cover? It is Honey. Do you see the pretty pink cover with the double disc? And they look a little like, yeah, and the title's Honey. Can you see that? Okay, this book is about a young girl named Amber Young. It's 1997, and she's received a life-changing call. It's a chance to join this girl group called Cloud9. Okay, and after joining this group or missing out on joining this group, as she embarks on a solo career, her rich interior life is frequently reduced, and she finds herself surrounded by people who claim to love her, but wish only to exploit her. Driven by a desire of recognition and success, for love and sex, for agency and connection, Amber comes of age at a time when the kaleidoscope of public opinion can distort everything and one mistake can shatter a career. So when I see this, when I read the synopsis, I think Britney Spears. I think, young girl, super talented, megastar, but everyone around her just wants something from her instead of wanting what's best for her and wanting to see her, live her life for her. That's what I think about when I see this. So I think this is, in my head, this is just going to be a fictionalized version of Britney Spears' life. Not saying that this author just, took Britney Spears' life, but that's in my head. That's what I think. And I'm hoping that I really enjoy this. This is another thing that's just right up my alley. And Olive Grove in Ends by Moses McKenzie. By Moses McKenzie and Olive Grove. Now, this one I have already started as well. I had started The Rib King and I stopped, and then I started this one. And I'm actually like 40% through this one. Yeah. I'm like 40% into this one. This is about a boy named Sayon Hughes who longs to escape the volatile Bristol neighborhood known as Ends, the tight-knit but sometimes lawless world in which he was raised, and forge a better life with Shona, the girl he's loved since grade school. Now, Sayon's family is known, like they're known for, having crooks and criminals and all that running through the family tree. But Sayon wants to get out, but he has killed someone, I believe. Sayon is on the cusp of making a clean break when an altercation with a rival dealer turns deadly, and an unexpected witness threatens blackmail, upending his plans. So Sayon was trying to get up out the gang. He was trying to get out the street life, and till something goes wrong and it turns deadly. It has a lot of religious messaging, and each chapter starts with a scripture. And I have reached a point where it's like, I don't know. I reached a point where I was like, I just honestly don't care what's going on here anymore. But I think it may just be I wasn't in the mood for this. So I stopped this as well. But I don't think this is a bad book. I don't think I was in the mood for it at the time. And there's another book that I'm reading that I'm actually really, really, really into. And I can't wait to finish it. I think I'm like maybe 5 or 6 chapters away from the end. I can't wait to talk about that one. But yeah, that's an Olive Grove and Ends. It's about a young boy over there in Bristol trying to get up out the game. And when he tries, he keeps pulling him back. Every time I try to leave, something keeps pulling me back. Little family, little family, el poquito familia. Ooh. A powerful novel about young people living at the margins of society, struggling to replace the homes they have lost with the one they have created together. Hidden away from a harsh outside world, 5 young people have improvised a home in an abandoned airplane a relic of their country's tumultuous past. But when one of them comes under the spell of the beautiful people, the desire to resume an interrupted coming of age and follow her own destiny proves impossible to resist. Okay, so they hear, it's 5 of them. They living in this abandoned plane, just trying to make it. But then I'm assuming there's a group of people that are doing much better than them. One of them, you know, comes under their spell, is like gets tempted with what they got going on over there. So that's gonna put the rest of them at risk, I'm assuming. It's what's going on here. Yeah. I don't even know why I picked this up. I'm not saying this sounds bad, but it just doesn't seem like my normal read. A bunch of people living in an airplane or whatever. But I'm excited to read this, and it's not long at all. That may be another reason why I picked it up. It's only like 250 something pages. Those are the books that I recently picked up. I am actually really excited to read all of those. Yeah. Otherwise, I wouldn't have picked them up. Duh, Desmond. So yeah, let me know down below if any of those sound of any interest to you. Have you read any of these before? Have you heard of them? Thank you so much for watching this video. Give it a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Subscribe if you are not subscribed. Yeah, I'll see you in my next one. Thank you for watching.